So you left church, but I know you didn't leave God. You know, a lot of people are leaving church. As a matter of fact, if you would look at some of the statistics, people are leaving church in record numbers. My question is, why? Why do people not find fulfillment in church? That question has really helped me to understand something. The fact is that a lot of people are leaving church, but I know you haven't left God. You love God. You're just disillusioned with the church. You think that life outside the church would be better. You're thinking that if only I can just live my life free of all restraints, do my own thing. I'm still going to love God, but I just don't want to go through all the routine. You know what? I'm for you. And there's a story in the Bible, in Luke, that talks about the boy that we titled him as the prodigal son. He felt the same way. He got tired of his dad's rules. He got tired of the whole environment there at the house, and he decided, you know what? I want my inheritance, and I'm taking off. And off he went. The story goes on to tell us that he spent all that he had. He ended up in a destitute place. As a matter of fact, it was so bad, he found himself in a farm around a bunch of pigs, eating what they were eating. And suddenly he came to himself and he said, you know what, this is crazy. What am I doing out here? I can go home because even the servants in my father's house have it better than I do. And so off he went. That's really not the point of my story today. The point of my story is that even though he left, the house didn't change. And even though you have left church, the house hasn't changed either. And we are waiting for your return. And I want you to know that as soon as that son got back to the house, the father never asked him, where were you? Why'd you do what you did? Didn't scold him, didn't try to preach to him, didn't tell him how he should feel guilty for what he did. No. As a matter of fact, he gave him a brand new set of clothes. He put on a huge party because he said, my son's back. He was able to just decorate him out. Gave him some jewelry, gave him some new shoes. I'm talking about it was a joyous celebration. And that's what it ought to be when you come back to church. And I want you to know that's the way it is here at Church on the North Coast. I don't know how long it's been since you've been gone, but you know what? It's time for you to make your way back. And I'm going to guarantee you that when you come, we're going to be just like that father in that story in the book of Luke. We're going to put our arms around you. We're going to hug you. We're going to celebrate you. We're going to tell you how much we missed you. We're going to do all we can to enrich your life. And I guarantee you, there won't be one question as to where have you been, what have you been doing, and some kind of guilt trip that'll be put on you. Why don't you get a fresh start today? Get a fresh start today with God. Because I believe, just like that story in the Bible, the father was anxiously waiting for the son every day. As a matter of fact, if you read the story, it talks how the father was looking to the right and looking to the left down that highway, just hoping his son would make his way home. I'm hoping you'll make your way home. Come on back. Be a part of a local body. You know, Hebrews tells us not to forsake the assembling of ourselves together, as is the habit of some, especially as we see the day approaching. There's a whole group of friends waiting on you. There's a whole family that's anxiously waiting, postured to celebrate your return. Hey, we'll see you this Sunday.